Pardon me. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, October 20th, and I imagine all of you are joining in today for any ounce of information on the individual plans for 2017. I do have some information. There's going to be a lot of information included in my newsletter. In fact, it's going out later today because Highmark is supposed to be releasing their information today. So let's just get right into it. For those of you that are new to the format, my name's Deb Wilkinson, and I'm the Vice President of the Health Plan Marketing, Health Plan Options Department, and help you with the under 65 individual health and group health as well. If you have a question that you need to ask, you can either type it into the question box on the control panel to the right of your screen, or you can raise your hand icon, and I can unmute you and you can ask it live. Just with a simple show of hands, if you can just let me know if you see my screen. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you all. All right, so let's get right into it. This is the individual health carrier information that I have so far. Capital Blue Cross released yesterday their plan information and their mapping information for both marketplace. They did not release the rates yet. You know, who needs rates, right? Did not release the rates yet, and they still have made no decision on the renewal compensation, if they are paying and what that is. They are having a meeting today at Capital to discuss this very issue of the renewal commissions. As a reminder, Cap Blue Cross individual health plans for 2017 will not pay commissions for new business, but the missing information is specifically on the renewal business. So again, they're having that meeting today. For those of you that still have, pardon me, some personal blue cases out there, the pre-ACA plans, they are going to, you know, continue to be offered, and commission will be paid. Pardon me. On to the next bullet point. Independence Blue Cross will pay on new to blue plans only on two plans. The one is Silver Proactive Value, it's off marketplace only, and then the HMO Bronze for both on and off marketplace. Oh, let me back up here. For Capital Blue Cross, the CCIIO, they did confirm that if they are paying commissions, if they need that certification, that they will be pulling that information from that CCIIO report, so there's no uploading or sending them your 2017 cert. So check that off your list with Capital. Independence, on the other hand, they do make you go in to a program and do just some, you know, quick screenshot or screen approvals, you know, click through them and say yes, 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 ethics training. And there's also information about choosing your Independence Blue Cross General Agency for 2017. We work with Dave Bannett and Associates, so when you log on to the Litmus website, you're going to see Dave Bannett and Associates. If you work with Independence through URL, that is the upline that you choose. And this information, the Litmus information, and the link will be in the newsletter as well. Independence information will also be in the newsletter. Independence released their health plans and their rates, so that's going to be in the newsletter. Aetna, we all know, they will have only one off-marketplace plan, no commissions, nothing for on-marketplace, no plans or commissions. Again, we are supposed to be getting Highmark today. I did confirm that this morning with the powers that be, so that should be releasing the Cap Blue Cross, Central PA area, the Western PA area, and the Northeast area. I did have a question as to whether it would be in my newsletter today, and yes, it is. And again, that's why you're going to receive the newsletter not around 10 o'clock, but later in the day as soon as I get that information in. UPMC, the information is in our in my newsletter as well. We did a webinar, so we did pre-record that. That is included in my newsletter. and they also release the plan information and the rates, so you'll have that in my newsletter. No details on commissions yet, but they have confirmed that they are paying. We just don't know what. Geisinger, nothing from them yet as far as plans. I do know that their individual PPO plans are going to be converted over to HMO programs, but again, they're not paying on new business, they're only paying on renewals. So that brings us up to date with all of the carrier information that I have so far. Obviously, as soon as I get anything, I'm going to get it out to you, turned out quickly. And, you know, again, if you have questions, let me know. With the information being released, I will be able to complete that how to do business with URL if you're one of our agent partners, and also the separate PDF that you can put on your site or send out to your consumers telling them how to obtain coverage. You know, if you're not in the business, you can at least give them something that will give them information on any of the direct stores, the direct enrollment numbers for the carriers if they have them, where to send applications, where to get applications, all of that information. So we're trying to help you, if you do choose to not be in this business, help you to at least supply your consumers, your clients with some information. Some good news, the Pennsylvania Insurance Department, we do have that meeting on October 27th, and PAHU, the Pennsylvania Association of Health Underwriters, are currently planning the meeting for November 9th. The tentative time is 9 to 11. I don't have any information. This is a PAHU meeting just being held at our building on the 9th of November, but I don't have you know, an official invitation or anything yet. So keep watching for that. Just save the date if you attending. So narrow networks in 2017 for group and individual plans. Lehigh Valley has a new plan, these regionalized neighborhood networks, if you will. Carriers are coming out with a Lehigh Valley solution for, of course, Lehigh Valley, and it's going to, a lot of the plans are going to be three-tiered, where you have the Lehigh Valley options for the highest level of benefits, the you know, either high mark or capital options for, you know, a secondary level, and then, of course, your non-network level. So keep watching for those benefits. Years ago, you know, what's old is new again, I guess, because years ago they had these sort of plans and took them away, and now they're back. I did mention the Independence Blue Cross FFM registration of certificates. It is with the ibluecross.litmus.com site. Again, that information is going to be in my newsletter, so take some time to do that. Marketplace opens, as we know, November 1st. The rates are not on there this morning, so hopefully they will be on there soon. But, you know, again, we don't have them yet. Just so you know, we have a on marketplace quoting portal, and we're going to put that out on our website along with the paper rates for the carriers for both on and off marketplace. So again, if you do want to do the individual line of business, you're going to have resources. We, as a business, made the decision to terminate our EBIX contract effective 11/1. Because quite frankly, we were paying quite a bit for it, and it was not very useful for the balance of the year. And for those of you that remember, it was not updated really in time for open enrollment in 16 either. So it's a decision we made, you know, to terminate that contract. And you know, but again, what we will have available will be the on marketplace quoting portal and the paper rates for you. And that's about it. We're going to bring it up to open forum. I'm sure there's a lot of questions. Just as a reminder, the next webinar that we're actually going to be live will be November 3rd. It is because next Thursday happens to be the Pennsylvania Insurance Department meeting. That meeting is very specifically about agents, compensation, and consultation fees. And again, the Insurance Department's official position is you cannot charge a consultation fee. Now, again, there are other legal minds that disagree, that there is a gray area, you know, specifically with the enrollment portion of it, that you kind of have to leave that out. But again, I'm not offering legal advice. I'm just going to hopefully go and get some answers and voice all of our concerns about how the rates are filed with the agent comp and how comp is not paid. So more to follow on that. But what I will do, because of course it's the last webinar before open enrollment, I will pre-record a webinar which will be included in my newsletter that goes out on Thursday. So you will get the information. Just above all, if you don't look at any other of my newsletters any time of the year, please check out this week's and check out next week's, because that's where you're going to get all the information that you need on these individual plans. So that is it for my agenda. Up the questions. What the heck did I do with them? Okay, give me a second here, folks. You know from being on my webinars that, oh no, that there's the questions. Yes, technology is not my strong suit, clearly. Joe asks, when will the NEPA Highmark new business rates be released for 1/1/17? And Joe, they are going to be released today. Is the One Aetna off-marketplace plan truly an Aetna plan, or is it a Coventry plan? It is an Aetna plan, Sunny. And oh, also in my newsletter, I included the link for the rates, the rate filings for Pennsylvania Insurance Department. You're going to see all the rates, the plans by county. I mean, you're not going to see specifically a rate for a 27-year-old female, et cetera. You're just going to see kind of the age, the rating areas. And if you go even further down on the link, you'll see, you know, specifically by the rating areas, rates for 21-year-olds from this year versus last year, and 40-year-olds this year versus last year for the carriers. So it's quite interesting, and I advise you to be sitting down when you look at them. Bill says, are agents invited to this PID meeting next week? Bill, no. Unfortunately, no. I'm happy to have received an invitation. I was not the one that set up the meeting, but typically it's really reserved to about 4 or 5 folks. And the folks from PA who are going to be there, I'm certainly going to fight the good fight. I'm collecting all this information about carriers and how they file their rates and, you know, complaints that I got, et cetera, you know, everything. So I'm going to fight the good fight. Will it make a difference? Probably not, but darn it, they're going to hear us one last time about this mess that we're all in. Jay says, Deb, it is my opinion based on the recent conversation with the insurance department that we give our clients that phone number for the insurance department to call so that the insurance gets a better understanding on the role of a missing agent broker. Jay, I could not agree more. What I will do as well is include that Pennsylvania Insurance Department complaint form again, and I'll include that in the webinar next week, the pre-recorded webinar, of course. And I agree. You know, the only way that anyone outside of the agent community is going to stand up and, you know, really be the squeaky wheel will be when these consumers, unfortunately, are forced to rely on the marketplace workers and, you know, some of the direct enrollment stores, you know, without the experience or the knowledge of our areas, the networks, the providers, you know, all of this. And I think consumers are really going to be in a pickle, and they are going to complain. And again, I think that if the insurance department hears enough of these complaints, then maybe they will start to value the excellent work and the protection that we've offered these consumers for these last 3.5 years. So off my soapbox, but Jay, I couldn't agree more. And Tim asked the same thing. Dave says, so there is no info on Cap Blue Cross paying renewal commissions. Not yet, Dave. They are meeting today. There's a message from Lindsay on my newsletter. I will get you signed up. And Jay says the number for the insurance department, there are 2 of them. I don't know if you want to have some time to write them down, but it is 717-772-4335 or 772-1969 is the fax. Let me see if I can copy this. And let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to copy it so I can get it to you in the chat message. And there we go. So hopefully you all have that in your chat message, the numbers for the insurance department. And Lindsay asks if we know if the Aetna plan is a PPO or an HMO, the one off Marketplace, and I don't know. I'm trying to look here, and I can't tell you that. I'm sorry. Aetna, it's an HMO. Looks like it's an HMO. Yes, definitely an HMO, Lindsay. Frank says, I read that PA carriers file rate request increases with commissions included for 17, and the PID gave them 8% higher increase than requested. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on, and there's an explanation on the insurance department. I'm not going to begin to explain it, Frank, because I certainly don't know all the details of it. But yeah, I heard there is an explanation, and if you all, I'm telling you, if you go to that link, you are just going to need to sit down. It's unbelievable. For instance, a 21-year-old, let's do our area. 21-year-old in Dauphin, Cumberland County. Second, this is the lowest rate available in the silver tier non-smoker. 21-year-old with Capital last year, same type of product, was paying $260.34. This year it's $388.91. Another thing is it looks like Geisinger is going to have the second or the lowest silver plan. Those in Central PA, especially in this area, if people are buying for price, they won't have Pinnacle Health Systems, they won't have Hershey Med. And that's where the real issues are going to come in with these narrow networks. So, again, I don't pretend to know all the intricacies, but it's remarkable for sure. Bill says maybe thousands of us agents should show up in a demonstration of concern and unity outside Pennsylvania Insurance Department. Bill, I don't think that that's out of reason. And I know that PayWho does have a day on the Hill every year, and typically it's in April. So I'll let everyone know when that date is, because that's a perfect time for, we as agents to talk to these legislators, our state legislators that could really affect the change within the insurance department and, maybe change their attitude. But it gives us an opportunity to talk about our experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. So. Okay, well that looks like, I think, all the questions. Let me just verify. Yeah, that's all the questions for today. As always, I really thank you all for joining in. Remember that I will have the pre-recorded webinar for you in the newsletter next week. Please watch for my newsletter this week, which will come out today, and also next week, which will come out Thursday around 10 a.m. I hope that you all have a great week. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us for sure, and we're here to answer your questions and help you any way we can. And again, I wish you a great balance of the week and a wonderful weekend. Thanks again for joining in. Bye-bye.